Hello everyone. I just before we do this video, I want to just say thank you to all my subscribers. Up to 55 subscribers now, so for me that's pretty good. I mean, I'm happy with that. You know, that's the only thing I do is YouTube. I don't do Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or anything like that. So you know, I'm happy with how the channel's going. Of course, the more the merrier, so progress is a little bit slow, but you know, we're getting there, and it will get there. Having more issues with getting parts, and so you know how that goes. I don't know. Yeah, I've pretty much given up on trying to get a factory Toyota GTS rear end. Getting one here locally is pretty much impossible. I live in the Memphis area, and I mean, people here don't even know what you know, an 86 is, or AE86, which is, I mean, it's understandable, but they're just not commonly found here. So kind of given up on that. As far as trying to find one out of state, I've given up on that too, because people tell me they got one for sale, and then I'll end up waiting, and then you know, I don't ever hear from them again, and I try to contact them, and they don't bother getting back with me, and you know, so on and so forth. I don't know what the deal is, why people want to do that, but you know, if you have it for sale, sell it. If you don't, then don't sell it. You know, it don't matter to me. Just let me know, you know, one way or the other, so I can get on with my life or with the build. So I'm just gonna do the Chevy rear end and call it a day. And the one other thing is, like, they have many different gear ratios. The one I got ended up being a 3.42, I believe, which is pretty low, considering the stock GTS I think is a 4.10 maybe. I can't remember exactly, but it's in the 4 range, and this one is almost you know, it's 3.42. So hopefully I'll be able to use it. If not, I mean, well, the good thing is I can always just go to the junkyard and try and find, you know, one that's higher. I think that they make a 3.73 or 3.72, which sounds pretty good, and they even go up to the 4.10 if I need to go that high. I kind of would like to stay lower than factory, like 3.73 I think would be the best if this one doesn't work out, because I do a lot of highway driving, and so you know, I don't want to be up at like 4,000 RPMs, you know, trying to go down the interstate, you know, going at 75 miles an hour. So I'm going to try it with this one, and if it just bogs it down too much, I'll just have to switch it. So, but the good thing is they're readily available. So that's the good thing about you know, doing a 10-bolt Chevy. So, and I'm transferring all the SR5 mounts to the Chevy rear end. So it ought to be, it's fun. Starting out, it's pretty tedious and labor intensive, but you know, that's how it goes. So anyways, once again, thanks again everyone for your subscriptions, and I appreciate it, and we'll get this thing going. All right, have a good one and enjoy. All right, we're heading to the salvage yard. Shot of downtown. There's my helper today, my dad. We are on our way there. Just thought I'd have a little introduction. Here at the yard, and this won't be a very long video, it doesn't look like, but because we found this S10, it's a 2002, and the whole bed is off already, and somebody had come and already take the brackets off for the leaf springs, We've already got the drive shaft has already been removed. Drive shaft has been removed already, and basically all we're gonna have to do is drain it and remove. We might remove these, the remaining of those the brakes. Go ahead and remove those. Let this differential fluid drain out, and we're going to remove this cover. That way we can get to the C-clips to remove the axles, to remove the brake covers, because they charge extra for brakes here, so we're just going to remove those just for the fun of it. As you can see, I'm not doing much of the work here. Alright, we got the rear end in the truck and secure, and we're going to make the voyage home. As you can see here, we had to leave the backing plates on because we had issues getting the bolt off that holds that pin in that allows access to the C-clips to remove the axles. Time to disassemble the SR5 rear end and get it ready to create the jig. Better with the cycle on it. There's these holes in the axle right here, and you can get to the bolts that are holding on the whole hub assembly here, and the drums. The 4 bolts, and then you can get them out through the back side. Here, 1, there's 2. It's crusted on there pretty good, so I'll leave it for now, but they'll just slide right out. And then you can get a screwdriver, big screwdriver, and pry the axle out, and it'll just, the whole thing will just slide out. And that's where I'm at right now. So. And then after you remove the axles, the pumpkin should come right out. Right there. Set that right there. Here's those bolts I was talking about. There. They're all kind of crusted on there. Go like that. Yeah, all right, now I got the jig all welded up. Let you take a quick look at it. There. Oh, it's sorry for the crappy welds. I don't know what was going on with my welder. It was just not acting like its normal self for some reason. I might be running low on gas, but my gauge shows it's still full, still good. I don't know. I'll investigate later. There you have it right there, connected there and up here. Hopefully these feet on the bottom are long enough to keep it from falling over. Now I'm just going to unbolt it and remove. Well, I'll take some measurements first while it's sitting on there. But then I'm going to unbolt it, remove the rear end, and start prepping it, getting ready to cut the mounts and perches off. You can see I got everything set to, everything's 0 degrees. And I'll just do this side real quick. This underneath. Boom. Just like that. So, hopefully I'll be able to get this thing out of this jig. It's in there pretty good. And real quick here, here's a picture of it without the jack stands. This is a picture of it from the front, and you can see actually right here, I had to weld two 2x1s together because I ran out of the 2x2. And here it is by itself. Pretty simple, huh? Let us now begin with the cutting off of the spring perches and the control arm mounts. Remember to always wear eye protection and ear protection. Let's see how this little air tool cutting wheel does. Making a nice show, but not doing enough damage. And I couldn't get the right angle on it. So let's try the angle cutter. It's an angle grinder with a cutting disc. See how that does. Now I'm getting desperate. I'm going to try the air body saw and see how that goes. I don't know what I was thinking here. I don't even think I made a dent. Or a scratch, I mean. Okay, enough playing around. We'll get the angle grinder out with the cutting disc, cutting wheel. The reason I tried the other cutting tools first is because I was trying to cut the curvature of the arms, the differential third member arms, to reuse the perches and mounts again. Since that didn't work, I'm going to cut like a V shape and then try to hammer them out that way. Well, I got movement. Looks like it's about to go. Aha, success. Man, that was tough. Now only 6 more pieces to go. And I got a lot more to go. I present to you the remains of the SR5 rear end. Man. That was not easy, cutting off all those. Here it is. Spring perches. And here's the new to me rear end. Clean it up and make it all shiny and new. So, alright. And remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate it. Also, feel free to comment below on what you think maybe can be improved, or kudos, or what have you. Alright, have a good evening.